Hello, everyone. This is the 8-Minute English podcast series on the Learn English podcast channel. I am Nathan, your host, and I am so excited to have you on our podcast today. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever listened to a native speaker and thought, wow, I wish I could speak that naturally? Imagine being able to order your favorite burger without stuttering, or being able to chat with people from different countries without missing a beat. That natural fluency is the dream for many English learners, isn't it? There are some key things you can do to speak English smoothly and naturally. So get ready to dive in. We're about to explore some practical tips to help you on your fluency journey. The first tip to speaking like a native is to immerse yourself in the language. It's like diving into a pool of English words and phrases. Try to hear and see English as much as possible. Watch movies, listen to music, read books, and have conversations with English speakers whenever you can. And talk to people in English every day, even if it is just for a little while. Surround yourself with the language, and it'll become second nature. Another useful tip to learn English speaking is simply talking in English with native speakers or anyone you know that can speak English well. But this way can be difficult if you don't live in an English-speaking country. There are some great ways to find native speakers online or in your local community. You can join language clubs or use apps like Tandem or HelloTalk to connect with native speakers from around the world. They can help you with your pronunciation, idioms, and even teach you some cool slang words. Imagine this, you're chatting with a native speaker and they say, "Hey, that's lit." Instead of panicking, you'll be like, "Oh, I know what that means." It means something is really cool or awesome. And then you'll high five with the speaker and carry on with the conversation like a true native. Let's talk about pronunciation and intonation. These are the keys to sounding like a native speaker. You can have perfect grammar and a huge vocabulary, but if your pronunciation is wrong, it'll be hard for people to understand you. And intonation, that's what gives your speech that natural rhythm and flow. So here's what you need to do. Listen to native speakers as much as you can. Watch movies, TV shows, and podcasts in English. Pay attention to how they say words and how their voices go up and down. Then practice, practice, practice. When you watch English speakers, pay attention to how they use their hands and face to express themselves. Try to copy this when you speak. Also, try to use contractions more often. Instead of saying I am, say I'm. Instead of do not, say don't. This will make your speech sound more natural and fluent. Another important tip is to learn the common phrases and expressions that native speakers use. For example, instead of saying I don't know, you can say dunno. This helps you sound more like a native speaker. Practice speaking with a natural rhythm. Native speakers often connect words and don't pause between them. Try to imitate this flow by listening to native speakers and repeating after them. Use fillers like, when you speak. Native speakers use these fillers naturally when they are thinking or pausing. Adding these to your speech can make you sound more like a native. Finally, try to learn the different accents and slang used in different English-speaking countries. This will not only make you sound more like a native, but also help you understand the language better. Next up, let's talk about slang and idioms. These are the spices that make English so flavorful and fun. Native speakers love to use phrases like piece of cake, hit the sack, and hang in there. Learning these expressions will help you sound more natural and cool. So, start listening to them in movies and TV shows, and don't be afraid to use them in your conversations. And last but not least, you need to adopt a learning method that works best for you. One great technique that I highly recommend is called shadowing. It's basically when you try to copy the speech of native speakers. It's like having a conversation with them, but you're just repeating what they say. It might feel a bit silly at first, but trust me, it works wonders. Another fun way to practice your speaking skills is by using short film clips. You can find plenty of these on channels like Learn English with Jessica and English Speaking course. They offer exercises where you can practice your speaking skills by shadowing and doing duet exercises with the videos. Now, I know what you're thinking, but won't I sound like a robot if I just repeat what others say? Not at all. The more you practice, the more natural and smooth your speech will become. Let's talk about some important words related to this episode's topic. Stutter is the first word. When you stutter, your speech isn't smooth. It might sound like you're stuck on a word, or you might repeat sounds. Stuttering could be a sign that language learners are not confident enough. Next, we have fluent. If you're fluent in a language, you can speak it smoothly and easily, like water flowing. The more you listen to English and practice speaking it, the more you become fluent at it. The third word is immerses. To immerse yourself in something means to surround yourself with it completely. Immersing yourself in the English language is probably one of the most popular ways of learning English. Let's move on with slang. Slang is an informal language that's often used by a particular group of people. It can be words, phrases, or even ways of pronouncing words. For example, cool is slang for good or excellent. And finally, relatable. If something is relatable, it means it's easy to connect with or understand. You can see yourself in the situation, or you've had a similar experience. Understanding English but not being able to speak English fluently is a relatable experience for many learners. Before wrapping up the episode, let's explore some of the fun facts about the English language. Did you know that English is the only major language that doesn't have any organization to regulate it? Unlike French or Spanish, there's no official academy that decides what's correct or incorrect in English. This means that English is constantly evolving and changing. New words and expressions are added all the time. For example, words like selfie, binge watch, and hangry have all become popular in recent years. So, as you learn and practice English, remember that it's a living, breathing language. Don't be afraid to embrace the changes and have fun with it. Believe it or not, the letter J is actually the newest member of the English Alphabet Club. Back in the day, there were even more letters, 29 to be exact. The Latin alphabet, which English uses, didn't have a J at all. English is a growing language, like a giant word tree that keeps adding new branches. Every year, around 4,000 new words are added. With all this growth, it's no wonder there are over 1 million words in the English language. Don't worry though, most people don't use all the words. Most English speakers use around 20,000 words regularly, like hello, friend, and pizza. There are another 40,000 words we might understand when we hear them, but maybe we don't use them ourselves. There you have it, folks. A simple, effective way to start speaking like a native. Remember, practice makes perfect, and most importantly, have fun. Until next time, keep practicing and happy speaking.